Scientific Literature versus Evolution 5. Quote, "Survival of the fittest is not a satisfactory explanation for macroevolution, Dr. Brown and Dr. Hullender." In this video, we provide additional quotes and discuss concepts from the following scientific paper. Neo-Darwinism must mutate to survive. Olen Brown, David Hullender, Progress in Biophysics and Molecular Biology, 172, 2022, pages 24 to 38. Evolution believers believe that naturalistic mega-evolution has been proved to be true, and that microevolution plus time gives us mega-evolution. However, there are many scientific papers that show that that is not the case. We have discussed several of these in our previous videos. Every one of our key conclusions in our various videos about the falsification of Neo-Darwinism for mega-evolution is now being presented by scientists and discussed in the scientific literature. Note, we provide quotes from scientists who, as far as we know, do believe in evolution. However, their research confirms that the core tenets of Neo-Darwinism have been falsified for any level above adaptation of a species within a genus or family. This means that random chance and natural selection cannot create the entire biosphere, and neither can any of the mechanisms in the modern synthesis or the extended synthesis. So, naturalistic mega-evolution is false. It is a car with no engine and no wheels. Quote, "A collection of gene changes is essential for every major evolutionary change, and survival of the fittest is not sufficient to individually select and save these." My comment: this is consistent with what we have stated in several of our videos. Random chance and natural selection do work for microevolution, adaptation of species inside a genus or family. However, they do not have the ability to create higher taxa, kingdom, phylum, class, order, from lower species. So, they do not work for mega-evolution, single-cell to human evolution. Quote, "Nobel laureate George Wald believed in evolution. However, with the meaning of his words so mutable, is there any possibility of falsifying anything in science?" Wald, 1954. The reasonable view was to believe in spontaneous generation. The only alternative, to believe in a single, primary act of supernatural creation. Time is in fact the hero of the plot. Given so much time, the impossible becomes possible, the possible probable, and the probable virtually certain. One has only to wait. Time itself performs the miracles. Quote, "Mainstream biology has almost given up on the idea that science can solve this problem, origin of life, having relegated it to a one-of-a-kind event that may not be repeatable as one position." My comment: as the paper states, mainstream biology has almost given up on solving the origin of life. Random chance and natural selection cannot solve that problem. Origin of life requires intelligent design. Quote, "Survival of the fittest is not a satisfactory explanation for macroevolution." Quote, "Evolution is not the central dogma of molecular biology today." My comment: as we have stated in previous videos, biology does not need naturalistic mega-evolution, which is just an atheist creation myth that has been forced onto biology. Quote, "How is survival promoted by intermediate stages that, alone, lack survival value, but which in the future will be useful?" Quote, "A blueprint with no machinery to interpret it is not better than no blueprint. A blueprint that is lost at sea and with a limited lifetime has no prospect of bootstrapping itself toward a replicating life form." Quote, "If X directs I, but I is required for X, and if it is a given that evolution is factual, then something, a great essential something, is missing. Everywhere, with only survival of the fittest to aid us, we face this insurmountable dilemma." Quote, "Survival of the fittest, by analogy, at the end of each day would not let you keep something even if it has great, but only future, value." My comment: we discussed this in a previous video, with sex as an example. Sex falsifies naturalistic evolution. Asexual reproduction is more efficient, in terms of reproduction of specific genes, than sexual reproduction. So, evolution would not be able to choose for sexual over asexual reproduction. Such a choice would involve short-term losses in exchange for future benefits, which requires foresight, planning, and future predictions which evolution cannot do. This points to intelligent design. Summary: these quotations from the scientific paper, listed above, are consistent with what we have said in several videos. Neo-Darwinism, random chance and natural selection, has been falsified for anything more than microevolution, adaptation of a species within a genus or family. This means that random chance and natural selection cannot create the entire biosphere, and neither can any of the mechanisms in the modern synthesis or the extended synthesis. So, naturalistic mega-evolution is false. It is a car with no engine and no wheels. Thanks to Dr. Von Mancha for bringing this paper to our attention. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.